In this video, I want to introduce you to WordPress plugins. One of the coolest things I can think of about WordPress is with plugins, you're able to add additional functionality to your WordPress blog with just a few clicks of the mouse button. Now, when I say additional functionality, I mean your imagination is your only limitation, because you can take your plain Jane one-page WordPress blog and easily convert it to a single page sales page that doesn't look anything at all like a blog, or a multiple page, highly complex membership site, or a video portal hosting site, or a host of other items that you can just imagine. And there's probably a plugin that's out there that with a few clicks of the mouse button you have installed that plugin, that functionality to your blog. And let me show you what I'm talking about. If we head over to WordPress.org, and the same place we got our themes to add additional looks and feels to our blog, we can go to Extend, again, to add additional functionality to our blog by clicking on Plugins. Now, plugins are basically a bit of code that's wrapped up in a neat little package for us by those folks that know what they're doing, that create the PHP code for WordPress. And depending upon what the plugin's function is, will depend on how complex that code could be. It could be just a few hundred lines, it could be just a couple of lines, it could be several pages of thousands of lines of code, again depending upon the complexity of that particular function. Now, most plugins you will be using is going to be easily found and will be free. There are some plugins out there that are what I would consider premium that are going to cost you. Some might cost just a few bucks, some might cost a few $100. Again, just depending upon the function that you're looking for. Now, most plugins you will need can be found from WordPress.org. Now, WordPress.org has certain criteria that you have to abide by prior to them allowing your plugin to be accessible through their site. In other words, this number here represents only those plugins that meet that criteria. In other words, you're probably going to find a bunch of other plugins that for one reason or another did not meet that criteria or did not even want to abide by that criteria. Not saying there's anything wrong with those plugins, I'm just saying you're not going to find them here. You can find them by doing a search on your search engine of choice. For example, WordPress plugin colon, and then put your keyword, membership or video player or image, whatever. You may also want to try hitting up some forums like the Warrior forum that I'm so happy to check into on a very regular basis, and just do a post in there about the plugin that you're searching for, if it exists, where to go to get it, does it cost anything, and so on. Now, for example, here you can simply type in the keyword or the tag relating to the function you're looking for. Like if you're looking to add some type of membership status to your WordPress blog, and here we've got 29 options. If we scroll down here, you can see a little bit of a write-up on each one of these plugins here. Got a ranking, the number of downloads, the last updated date, version number, and for more detailed information you can click on the title. That'll take you to the plugin directory page for that plugin. Additional information here. Some plugins will have more details up here like FAQs or change logs that give you a bit of a life history of the plugin. And over on the far right is where you can download the zip file to your computer, which can then be either unzipped and installed, or while it is still zipped, to be installed, again depending upon the method we use to install it, and I'll cover that in an upcoming video. And you can get some additional information here about this particular plugin and whether or not it will work with your version of WordPress. You've got several to choose from here in this drop down box. And also down at the bottom you might find, in some cases, not this one, some additional feedback about this particular plugin, that it works or doesn't work, or in this case here there's not enough data, or that it's broken. It'll be a red box, or it'll be a green box that says it's working, and so on. So there's some additional information here that you can find. And also within your WordPress blog itself, if you log into your dashboard, come on down here on the left hand side, click on plugins. You'll see some options here available to you, whether you want to edit the plugin itself, and if you know code, then this might be an option for you to play with. Of course, you can always play with it. It doesn't say that it's going to work after you're done playing with it, but you got the option here to choose which available plugins installed that you want to screw around with. And if you don't know what you're doing, I would say avoid this, but you have the option to mess around with it if you so desire. And this will show you those plugins that are already installed. Now, when your blog is first born, you've got a couple of default plugins already there: the Akismet plugin and the Hello Dolly plugin. The Akismet is a powerful anti-spam plugin that requires a little bit of configuration, not much, and we'll cover this in an upcoming video as well. But you've got some options here where you can activate, edit, or delete. You can also do some bulk actions where you can choose multiple plugins. Use this drop down box here to choose which action you want, and you can then click on apply and do so with multiple plugins at one time. Up here, if you've got a bazillion plugins installed, this will give you a little bit more information on those plugins. You can just click on this link and it will only then show those that have been recently active, those that are currently inactive, and so on. And under adding new, this I think makes going to the WordPress site, WordPress.org site, kind of obsolete, but you still have that option, because this way you can do exactly the same thing we just did through WordPress.org, only from within your blog. Saves a few steps. You don't have to download anything. It's all done from within your blog. For example, if you already have downloaded some zip files, some plugins that have been zipped up, you can go here, click on upload, navigate to that part of your website navigate to that part of your computer where that zip format file is, click on it, install it, boom, done. And that's zipped up, because this will not work if it's not zipped. You can also choose from featured, popular, newest, recently updated. And for example, if we go to newest, it will pull in information from the WordPress.org site. As you can see, we're still on our blog, and you can install from right here. And you've got 356 pages of these to choose from. And again, the same information that is on WordPress.org is pulled into your blog right here. You can simply click on install, and it gives you that same information right here. And also, it is aware of the version of WordPress that it's pulling into, that your blog is on right now. So if it has not been tested for your version, it will give you a little warning box right here saying this plugin has not been yet tested with your version, so on and so on and so on. You just simply click on install now, and you don't have to worry about downloading or uploading or any of that kind of stuff. It's done for you right there. This plugin is now installed. You simply click on activate, bing bang boom, you're ready to roll. Now that's just one way in which you can install plugins. I'm going to cover some additional ways in the upcoming video, but for now you have been introduced to WordPress plugins. Thank you very much for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one, where we cover some major installation procedures for your WordPress plugins.